Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So that's got things underway. It appears to be a 4-4-2 formation, Jim.
Well, the modern version of that is a lot more fluid and flexible.
Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Barcelona! And that's got him off to a flyer!
Well, talking about stepping things up from the off, that's how you start a football match.
Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Luis Suarez! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner. Punched away. And now a sudden chance to counter. That's an imaginative pass. He's through, it's one, and he shoots! They want to be quick to recover this.
Well, the keeper seemed to go into study mode then, and he's read it beautifully.
Threads one in. Costa Curta gets across to intercept that. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Tries to pass it through. Great chance! And a terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Barcelona leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Raul. Oh, that's superb. And he's got the beating of his man. And the shot! Sticks it away! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. And that was as close to certain as can be.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Oh, good-looking ball. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Can he finish? Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they're at it again in double quick time. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Nuno Mendes. Jorginho. Barcelona finding their passes. And he's on his way! Oh, that's wonderful alertness. And he's heaved it away. Beckenbauer. And it's De Jong. Now it's Mbappe.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Jorginho. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Now it's Van Basten. And the first 45 minutes are up. Well, that was as one-sided as it gets. Only one side have shown up here, and they're just tearing it up at will.
Barcelona absolutely dominated that half, Peter, and now it's all about game management. There's no need to overstretch themselves. Just stay calm and see this one out.
Barcelona 3-0 up at the break, precisely as they would have dreamt it. So we're just settling back into this second half. That's a cute ball. That has been cut short. Adams. De Jong. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Iniesta. He has found the way through. It's Iniesta! And the keeper has done enough. Top stop.
That's the threat he carries, Peter, running at defences like that. If only he managed to retain his composure.
And it's Aubameyang. Nuno Mendes. And the pass is intercepted. 3-0 the score, and very little to suggest that much is going to change. Iniesta. This is De Jong. Almost an hour gone. Luis Suarez. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Nicely aimed pass.
Pretty robust defending.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. And it's Luis Suarez. Now it's Mbappe. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Barcelona can breathe again, just.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Just eases him off the ball. Ambitious ball here. Neatly clipped into space. And he's made sure that's not getting through. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Nuno Mendes. Barella was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. That pass has been well intercepted.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this. Barcelona are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Barcelona clearly now in lead preservation mode. Raúl. Mbappe. Oh, super find. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Barcelona, just a thrill to witness here. Quick, slick, and such fun. You really would fear for anyone playing up against them right now.
And a quick announcement today
Aubameyang
that
picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Your reflections then, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing...
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. And we're underway.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front.
Terrific header! And it's Van Basten. And it's roll! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And that has fair fizzed. Barcelona with the corner, they're first. There will be a throw-in. And a chance! Goal! Barcelona! And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Well, from a defensive perspective, Peter, that's a really poor one to give away. Yes, the movement was very good, but the defence made it way too easy.
So, a breakthrough already. And he's forced to go back. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
The ball is loose and the chase is on. And he's following up! Now, who's going to be first to this? Mendes makes the interception. Nicely weighted ball. Now it's Aubameyang. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Nuno Mendes. Aubameyang providing an outlet on that flank. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
It's played through for him. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Barella. Raul. Now it's Van Basten. To Barella. And it's Mendes.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. Oh, he's burst through! And that's played in low. Pedri. Oh, they can break here. Oh, it's Van Basten. Jorginho. Rijkaard. Pedri does really well to win the ball there. Oh, it's Bebeto. Aimed beyond the defence. He has found the way through. Oh, that was vital. And the first 45 minutes are up. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy, a little more composure up front perhaps, that's not too much to ask.
Barcelona leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments and it's 1-0 at the break. And we're off again. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference.
Number 16.
Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Bebeto, and the shot! It looks as though the ref has given a penalty, he has. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. Real pressure penalty, this. A formality, we're level. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
That's a good penalty. Made the keeper commit early and set himself up for quite a comfortable finish.
Number 18.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
No, that's been intercepted. And here's Mbappe.
Mbappe really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And he shoots! Goal! Barcelona! And they get themselves in front!
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
Barcelona get themselves into the lead. Bebeto.
Urawa Reds really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Now it's Aubameyang.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Vitinha. And now the breakaway. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Khan gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. And that's put paid to a promising move. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And no, that was never going to make it. Vitinha, and the pass is intercepted. Nicely shaped ball.
Urawa Reds really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Substitution on the field. Number 21, Bebeto. Number 18,
Kimmich.
Shevchenko. Coming on the field, number 4, Maradona.
Looking for the run.
Number 5, Robert Lewandowski. Substitution in progress.
Threads one in. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Played into space, and he was quick to react.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Gives it back.
Not a lot more he could do there.
And there goes the final whistle. Barcelona can finally smile now. They have held on in a difficult watch for both sets of fans. A truly Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. There's the whistle, and here we go.
Alessandro Costa Curta, he doesn't have what you'd call a classic centre-back's physique, does he?
No, but his game is never really about athleticism, power and the physical stuff. He never has to let it be.
Yeah, it's interesting because he's still become considered one of the greatest defenders of his time. How's that?
Well, it's characteristics like leadership, his class, his tenacity. He's nigh on perfect reading of the game and all done with immaculate discipline.
Aubameyang unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. That is good alertness. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Barella. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Raul. Koundé gets good distance on it. Barella. Koundé.
Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
Kaka. And it's Ødegaard. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Plays a sharp little ball here. Nuno Mendes. Jorginho. Now it's Van Basten. Strong challenge, that could leave a mark. Nothing wrong with that tackle, ball won cleanly. Nuno Mendes. Now it's Raul. Ødegaard, and the pass is intercepted. Barella, 15 minutes till half-time. Jorginho is always scanning the pitch for targets. Oh, they could be caught out here. And this is Van Basten. Liverpool looking to get their possession game going here.
Yeah, it can be very stylish and expansive to watch if they get it to the standard we know they can. But what's key is the number of ballers in the team. As long as they don't lose the purpose, if they keep the purpose and the urgency, all will be well.
Pedri. Now it's Van Basten. And he's cut it out. Serginho.
Barcelona are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
Van Dijk. And it's Mendes. And that's really well manoeuvred. It looked as though that might lead. And the half-time whistle goes. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So your views on the first half?
Well, there's no way to disguise the fact that they've been poor. Not a single shot on goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0.
Substitution on the field, number 18, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Here we go again then.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Jorginho. Now it's Van Basten. Oh, nicely intercepted.
Barcelona have really been terrific at snuffing out the...
And the shot! No mistake! The breakthrough arrives at last! And that was as close to certain as can be.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very...
Oh, he's been caught on it here! Can he get on the end of this? It's Forlan! Denied by an instinctive save.
Forlan actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Liverpool with the corner, they're first. Serginho plays it short.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. Roll! It's hit the upright. No, again there's no way through. Aubameyang. Koundé. Now, can they get him away? Liverpool appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Now it's Forlan, and it's made its way to him. Oh, it's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Well, he's not the type that's short on self-belief, so that could rub off on his teammates now. Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky...
Shapes to shoot! And it's in! 2 ahead, late in the day, game over surely.
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
And that's it. My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.
And a quick reminder today that parking in the area...
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So off we go then.
Now here's a fine representative for the fullbacks union, Peter.
Massimo
Vital if he imposes himself early, I think, on that flank. He's got great quality on deliveries, as we know, and they've always been a massive part of his game.
Yeah.
Jorginho. Barella. Raul. Oh, that's a fine interception. Nakata.
Now Van de Ven.
Nakata. Now it's Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Raul. Barella. Now it's Raul. And he's quick to snatch it back. And a chance! And that has fair fizzed.
Raul clearly feels he did everything right there. He really wasn't that far away.
Barella. And here's Van Basten. Spread it left. And that's aimed into the middle.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Looks to the other side. Barcelona are seeing more of the ball, but still aren't carrying much goal threat. And here's Raul. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Xavi Alonso.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Van de Ven. Raul, looking here to chip it through. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Nuno Mendes. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Cáceres. Nakata. Rodri. And it's Ronaldinho. Knocks it into space. And he's made sure that's not getting through. And the half-time whistle goes. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, I think from the manager's viewpoint, Peter, he'll be demanding more from his team during the break, but he'll at least be happy at the way they've contained the opposition so far.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time.
Substitution on the field. Number 19, Ronaldinho.
Here we go
Coming
again.
on the field is
Barcelona
number
clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Raul. Aubameyang takes a shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Aubameyang is offering a wry smile there.
Barcelona with the corner, they're first.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Is there any support? He might not need it. Chance to deliver. He rises! And that's caused a worry or two.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Nuno Mendes. Nuno Mendes with the cross. Tries to get it clear. And this is Van Basten. Now there's a fine ball. Rodri deals with that comfortably. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. Oh, delightful ball. Nice interception, well timed. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Oh, important interception. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
That's an imaginative pass. Well read, and the danger is averted. Odo. For Xavi Alonso. Nakata. Now it's Torres. Oh, he's burst through!
Concentration levels are very good, and so his game could yet yield a winner.
Aubameyang picks it up out wide. Defending of the desperate variety. Well, that is one way to stop him. Mendes has been caught there, it's a foul. And he is going into that little black book.
Substitution in progress.
Barcelona are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
It's a pretty loose pass. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Xavi Alonso. Now it's Del Piero. Plays a sharp little ball here. And Torres! Oh, that's incredible! And that might well be that! A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
Number 10.
So the first goal of the game. And the referee's looking at his watch. We could be done here. Del Piero chips it through. And this is Torres. And that is as far as it goes. So in the end, one goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides produced a genuine effort to go on and win it, but neither was able to add to the scoreline in the end.
Quick reminder today, please have your
So Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
It's a poor result. They offered very little goal threat, and it's the kind of unproductive performance that can drain confidence pretty quickly. At the business end, they just can't close a deal.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. So off we go then. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, I think the fact that this guy, Saliba's starting, I think that indicates, Peter, you're looking to play out from the back, and he's shown to be very confident and comfortable on the ball when it comes to moving it forward. He'll see a lot of the ball, and sometimes he'll go direct from back to front.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Now it's Raul. And the shot! Kukçu. Son Heung-min. Played into space. Good ball over the top. Khan breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Barcelona are enjoying the lion's share of possession, but nothing yet to show for it. Oh, it's Van Basten. Kukçu is the team's great visionary. Now it's Mbappe. Great vision. Can he get onto this? Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Nicely worked.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Barcelona really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
Raul. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. And that's a simple one for the keeper.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Has a look and place it forward. That's an imaginative pass. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
It's a good foot in there. Showing good feet. And it's Kukçu. Right card! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Rijkaard actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Surely now!
There will be one.
Oh, that was no routine save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
A heavy challenge. And the first half is done. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time.
Today's winning lottery numbers.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 97, Aubameyang. Coming on the field is...
Here we go again then.
15, Mbappe.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
That's really well cleared. Now the delivery. Van Dijk is there. Son Heung-min! Barcelona do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
And he was quick to react. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Now it's Mbappe. Koundé. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. Nicely weighted ball. Costa Curta. Barcelona do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Mbappe! Big chance! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Danger averted for now.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 12, Van Basten. Number 8.
Tries to pass it through.
Number 7,
That's a cute ball.
Van Dijk.
That has ended up in no man's land.
Rijkaard.
Looking for a
Coming
corner.
on the field, number 20, Erling Haaland. Number 13,
It's their second corner of the game.
Kimmich. Number 4, William
Son Heung-min goes
Number
short.
14, Chouameni. Substitutions taking place.
Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. And that pass just didn't quite work. Kimmich, quality ball. Raul. Now it's Mbappe. And he's been shifted off it.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Searching pass he's played there. Now it's Haaland. That's a good ball out wide. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Plays it in low. Koundé gets rid without sophistication.
Listen, it may well finish this way because it's been so tight all the way through, but equally, we might still get a moment of magic, a mistake, or a refereeing decision to influence otherwise. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Mbappe! Oh, just skips past his man. And he's cut it out. And that will be it. So we finish as we started. Try as they might, neither was able to break through. Your reflections then, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion.
Against Barcelona.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So it's down to business here.
With so many teams now playing just one up front, Jim, it's easy to forget, isn't it, that strike partnerships used to be the norm.
Absolutely, Peter, but partnerships have proven themselves to be very productive over the years. They carry more might.
And we've had some legendary ones, haven't we?
Yeah, and how it usually works is that you've got one target man with the other striker playing off him and just looking to add another little bit of devilment.
Now it's Rooney. Tries to pass it through.
Mendes picks it up out wide.
That's good vision. Aubameyang is onto this. Whistle goes again. It's another offside decision. Just eases him off the ball. Raul knocks it into space. This might spell danger. And that was very necessary. And reclaimed it in a trice. Alessandro Nesta looking a picture of calm out there, Jim. No doubt ready to deliver yet another defensive masterclass.
Yeah, a man who week in, week out took on the very best attackers. He always embraced that, and they very rarely got the better of him.
A proper virtuoso of the game. Even the most brutal tackles were delivered with flawless timing, impeccable grace, elegance.
Spot on.
Rooney. Nicely weighted ball. That ball looks a good one. Isak looking sharp there. Knocks it out wide. Barcelona yet to have an attempt on goal.
Nuno Mendes.
Barella. And this is Raul. No, it's come to nothing. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And the ball is out of play. Arsenal have got it back and they'll have another go. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Nuno Mendes.
To Barella. And it's Kimmich. Now it's Raul. Oh, good read. So still we are where we began. It's 0-0. And he's picked it up out wide. Isak plays it in.
That was well seen too. Good clearance.
Great vision. In again. He rises! Firm header just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
Nuno Mendes.
Barella. And it's Van Basten. Looking to play him in.
Van Basten really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
And it's... Can he finish? Goal! Arsenal! The breakthrough strike! That is a super smooth goal. And it's half-time here. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
And we're off again.
Barcelona can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Chips it through. Paz. Arsenal applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away.
Yeah, and there are so much of them, but of course the returns can be terrific. Alexander-Arnold. Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. Kaká. Van Nistelrooy. Caught offside that time. And this is Van Nistelrooy.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Arsenal have reclaimed it. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Well, this is intriguing.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Now it's Van Basten. Paz, looking understandably energised after his goal. Floated through. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Cleared without complication. And it's Mendes. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, that was vital. And he can clear it away. And it's lofted through here. And he cuts out the supply.
Arsenal surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And he's intervened well there. Nuno Mendes. Van Nistelrooy. Oh, played through for the wide man. The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
Well, it's looking like too little too late, but they are giving it all they have.
Substitution for Arsenal. Number 18, Cesc. Number 6, Pedri. Coming on the field.
Into the last 5 minutes.
Mbappe. Number 5, Rijkaard.
Now it's Mbappe. Tries to play it through. The ball swung in. And the keeper gets his hands on it.
Barcelona really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and
that's it. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest.
And now to all members
So
of the
what do you
crowd,
take away from
I'd
it all,
like to
Jim?
ask you
it's
to
just a
join
bad
me
day.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So off we go then. And from the team sheet, we derive that they are going with a 3-4-3 formation, Jim.
Well, I always feel, Peter, that central midfield is a big area of responsibility in this system. It's not as easy for the front three to get behind the ball quickly if one of the wing-backs is pushed on. Then the boys in the engine room have serious cover to provide. So a lot of hard work has to go into this, and at times you can get stretched. But, boy, it can work at one end.
Now there's a fine ball.
You'd be hard-pressed to find someone as dependable in the box as the man leading the line here.
Ruud van Nistelrooy.
As prolific as they come, Peter, another Dutch predator who has such a desire to be on the end of anything that comes into the box.
And this is Van Basten. Neymar.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
Van Nistelrooy showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Now it's Van Basten. Now it's Stoichkov. Jorginho. That's an imaginative pass. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Rijkaard. Now it's Hazard. Park Ji-sung. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Skims one in. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Half an hour played now. Well, for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Looking to play him in, and this is Park. There's the shot! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Rijkaard clears it away. Beckham with the cross. And now they can spring out of defence. Koundé, now he's off and running. Neymar. Passing nice and neat. Park Ji-sung. Crosses it in. Chance! Oh, crossbar! Barella. Raul. Now it's Aubameyang. And the first half is done. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
Well, after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change, perhaps, after half-time. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Tries to pass it through. He's shifting through the gears here. Best part of an hour, and still no breakthrough from either side. That ball looks a good one. Oh, big chance! Tries a shot! It's in! And that is the goal we've all been yearning for. Barcelona have penetrated for the first time.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully.
Beckham. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
I think the manager's pondering his options as to whether to stick or twist Peter in view of the time remaining. He might have a tough call to make now. Al Nassr really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
And this is Van Nistelrooy. Van Basten. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And the shot's on here. Closing in on goal. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be.
Substitutions taking place.
Barcelona choosing to make the first change. And that's really well manoeuvred. Oh no, this does not look good. Can he finish?
Barcelona clearly have been instructed to kill this off.
Haaland! He scores! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Haaland really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Substitution on the field. Number 22.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Yeah, it's about time I think we saw some activity from the bench, but it's debatable as to what level of impact can be made from here. It's pretty late.
Al Nassr have the chance to go the other way. Ahead by two and just about into the home straight. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick.
Substitution on the field. Number 4, Park Ji-sung. Number 9, Neymar. Coming on the field.
Maradona.
Number 21, Maradona. Number
And he has been
13,
fouled there.
Messi.
Some of them aren't happy with that challenge and they're getting involved. Steady.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Beckham is standing over this one. Beckham! Al Nassr have their second corner now. Defending of the desperate variety. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. And that should get the job done. Cannavaro. Beckham.
6 added minutes has been
Gives
indicated.
it back. Now, can they get him away? That's a shoots! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Number 11, Ruben Neves. Coming on the field, number 18, Fernando
Rijkaard. And that's been
Number
intercepted.
17,
That was well played, well stopped.
Nicely weighted ball. Saliba gets it clear. Passing is crisp and sharp. And Torres! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Quick look, then plays it in. And time is up. What a satisfying performance. A performance at times of determination and occasionally magic. Simply, they had all the right answers.
And
How would you sum up what...